All right, guys, welcome back. Going into the second half here at Drop Frame. Zeke, what was that? Oh,
Yo!
okay.
I don't fucking know. Don't question.
You were very animated as we were coming back, and I was like, Zeke's either gonna fuck with me right now, or he's telling a story. So I just threw it to you and let you have your way. But you did what you did. Now we're gonna move on.
Oh, yeah.
Now
We're good.
Dan, let's start with you. Talked about Battleborn. We talked about Hearthstone. What else have you been playing, man?
Today I was playing a little Lego Star Wars for May the 4th.
Did that just come out?
No, the old one from the complete saga. When
Okay.
it was complete and it's not so complete anymore.
Right, right.
The original movies.
I've never really been into the Lego games. I think are beloved by a lot of people. I'm not one of them. I've never,
Yeah.
never.
They
really
just
been
have
into
this.
them.
If you're into them, they just have this magic to them. If you're really into the source material, like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings,
Sure.
and of course they're not for everyone. The puzzles are very simple, and you can't die. Like, you just get respawn infinitely, so it's definitely meant for children. But it was good. I like to play them once in a while. They're a once in a while game for me.
Gotcha.
But it's because of the music and stuff.
Yeah, they do have the licensed music, so they've got that going for it. I can say that that's cool. I'm into that.
I totally forgot it was May the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Today is National. Actually, Star Trek is better than Star Wars Day.
Triggered.
There you go.
I hate to say it, but I'm probably in that boat.
Really?
Yeah, I liked Star Trek better than Star Wars.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Zeke, where you at, man?
Was it?
But no,
Wrong side. Close enough though. There you
Oh,
go. Boom.
I
There.
thought you guys were doing like some stupid like Star Wars nerd hand, but like motion. But no, you guys were trying to fist bump. I get it. I understand what's going on.
Jesus Christ, JP, keep up.
You guys did this shit. I was like, is this the Vulcan sign of friendship or what the fuck does this mean?
And
I know
outside
this.
Of,
I know
that
this.
Live
game.
long and prosper, Co.
There you go.
Live long and prosper, friend.
Dan, outside of this game, what?
I'm just gonna
Outside
put
of this game, I've been playing a ton of Prison Architect lately.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Prison Architect. I love pulling that game. They update it so frequently, and they keep adding awesome features to it. And they're one of the best developers on Steam. They from the early access all the way to now after release, they just constantly update, listen to the fans, and constantly improve things and tweak things. And it's a game you can just spend hours and hours and hours on trying to perfect. It's one of my favorite builder games.
Now,
Easily.
So I got a quick question for Dan.
Okay.
I got to know this. Have you played RimWorld?
I have. I played it a little bit. It was really hard to understand what was going on. There's a lot of mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, this looks I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at.
Graphically, like I when I turned on Rimworld for the first time, I'm like, wow, these characters look just like the things from Prison Architect. And so when I was playing Rimworld, I decided I'm going to open this wall and build it like a little shelter in here for my people. And then inside were like robotic mutant maggots, and they just slaughtered all my people. And I was very upset, and I turned it off for a minute.
The luck of you getting that encounter is so low.
It was the first wall I took down in my first playthrough ever, and everyone was just slaughtered. I was just heartbroken. But I definitely want to get into it. I just need to read up and learn a bit about it, because there's a lot of things going on in that game that I have to learn about. But yeah, I definitely want to try it out.
What the fuck
Dude,
is going on in this game? Like what? Why is
Say
everyone
what?
going to the yard?
JP, you are super quiet, by the way.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Did I like talk over you last time?
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it doesn't matter to me. Am I still quiet or no?
Sounds a little better. Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. Zoom's doing weird stuff. What is the fuck is going on? What is the game aspect of this?
Well, in Prison Architect, you start out, the goal of the game is to house lots of prisoners and make lots of money. That's your primary goal. And by housing prisoners, they can get rowdy, they can kill each other, they can escape, they can do all sorts of things. And you have to try to find a balance between being profitable and satisfying their needs so they don't murder each other or escape, because you get punished for both of those things. So you try and do like it's sort of a little bit like The Sims. You got to try to keep them happy. You got to try to build things up. It's kind of city builder-ish. With you have to build rooms and balance your economy and make sure you have everything satisfied. Yet there's a lot going on in the game.
There's a shit ton going on. What?
Yeah,
the
like
fuck?
the one I'm doing here was a massive prison. I built too big too quickly, and I just had constant problems, like running out of power, or people murdering each other, or not having enough food. It was a nightmare. But I finally got my head above water eventually.
I'm kind of into a game where a problem is that people start murdering each other. Like, maybe I'll check this out.
It's deceptive. It looks complicated when you first glance at it, but it's pretty easy to learn.
Okay.
They show you. There's a tutorial that shows you mechanic by mechanic how things work, and once you get it down, it's not too hard, and you'll just find yourself wasting a whole day on it because it's just that addicting.
Interesting. Did this game you said it gets updated a lot. When did this launch?
It was in early access in 2012. It's been in development for years now, and it finally launched for real a couple months ago. It's been in development for a long time. The early access was very basic, and over time they just keep adding to it, and it gets up every month. They get an update, and usually it's pretty significant.
Awesome. What else you been checking out? Granted, we got to go back 2 weeks. So for the past 2 weeks, what have you been playing?
Before that, I was playing some Theme Hospital, which is a classic. Playing Theme Hospital it got me wanting to play Prison Architect again. It's another game where you have to balance a lot of mechanics, like making sure you have people are fed, people are happy, that you have enough doctors. Did any of you play it back in the day, Theme Hospital?
I've never.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've never seen this. I've never really been into the sim type games besides.
Wait, are you playing that in widescreen?
Yeah, they have a new mod out called Corsive TH, where you have to have the original assets, so like from GOG or something, and then you install this mod, and he's rewritten the entire game so it runs on any system, and it's now widescreen, and the assets are touched up and more beautiful, and a lot of bugs are fixed.
Wait, how old is this game?
It was in the 90s. Yeah,
20 years. Yeah, this was
old.
actually one of the first theme games. So like theme park, theme hospital. Yeah.
I'll be honest. If you told me this came out on Steam yesterday, I'd believe it. Like, this looks pretty good.
Yeah, the mod does such a great job of remastering it and making it look good for today.
Yeah, it really does.
This is back when they knew how to make games, JP.
I know, man.
Back when games were games.
Wait, why is that guy invisible? Wait, why is that guy invisible? That guy's invisible. He's walking into the theme. Why is he invisible? He's going to the hospital.
He has the invisible disease where you have to find out why the people have to research what's wrong with him. If you can't tell, like, they have to just diagnose what his symptoms are, and then when they figure out what it is, then they have to treat him. And then if you treat it correctly, you get paid. If you treat it incorrectly, they die. So, yeah,
Jesus,
it's a fun game. It's a lot going on.
Who made this? Like, who are the devs?
Well, I want to say it's Bullfrog,
man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Bullfrog.
Yeah, they made a lot of awesome games back in the day. Yeah.
I'm trying to see what else did they make.
I want to say Dungeon Keeper, maybe?
All the theme games, Dungeon Keeper, Syndicate, like they were the go-to game.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, they were.
They made
so
Syndicate,
good,
Populous.
So good. Populous. Oh.
Syndicate Wars. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
They're just one of those studios that just cranked out game after game after game. You're like, they got to run out eventually. It was incredible.
I tell you this, man. So there's a gold mine of game dev money on someone who can get the rights to old Bullfrog games and just remake them. Don't even make them better. Just
wait a minute. Are those the games that you get, like kids games that you get on it's not a Game Boy, but it's like a...
What?
These were some of the first PC games.
That's Leapfrog. You're thinking Leapfrog.
You know how earlier...
Oh my God.
Oh, wow, I'm way off.
You know how earlier I was talking about, like, back when, a game would come out and everyone would be waiting for months, and that would be the game for months?
Yeah.
Bullfrog was the company making those games.
Okay. I haven't played any of the other games, but they did work on the port to the PlayStation 2 of Quake 3, so they're kind of cool in my book. That's all I know about them. I'm just reading their what they've worked on. They have quite the list, that's for sure. I don't remember what it was exactly, but that studio died for a really weird reason. Oh, really?
I don't remember what it was though. I don't think they just went out of business. Like something happened at the high end or something that caused the studio to dissolve.
I want to say they're one of the victims of EA buyouts, where EA bought them out. They had them release a game that wasn't that great, and then they shut the studio down afterwards. The EA has done that with a lot of studios, unfortunately.
Sounds like EA. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
old
I think,
poison the well tactic.
yep.
Oh, that's Peter Molyneux's company.
Mhm.
They founded
Oh,
Bullfrog.
that guy. I know that
Am
guy.
I looking at the wrong
Everyone
thing?
loves these days.
Yeah, no, he was one of the founder with Les Edgar. I don't know who Les Edgar is, but Peter Molyneux was in there. They were defunct in 2001. Yeah.
Mhm.
Jesus. Okay. They have a shit ton of things under their belt. I was reading that they made games all the way back to 1987. Their last game was in fact Quake 3 Revolution for the PlayStation 2 in 2001.
Yep, and as my mod Barry just showed me, even as part of their wiki, production was finally incorporated and merged to EA on the August 2001, effectively closing the studio.
Yeah. There
Yep.
was a where is this?
So honestly, like, does EA just go like, all right, how can we turn this to shit?
Back then they did. Well, it wasn't that. They just
There were so few successful
Yeah.
production houses back then that it's like it's just like today. If you had competition and you wanted people to buy your product and you had the money, you buy out the people that are making competition and you shut them down.
yeah.
I mean, that goes on today all the time. Apple does it.
Oh,
Google
yeah.
does it all the
Yeah.
time too.
EA also just had a shit ton of money and were in such a spending mood back then as a business that like they did that to countless dev houses.
Well, that's, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's not a bad like business model for someone who's starting up. Like, let's make something that competes with Apple or EA or, you know, whatever. And then once they notice us, let's make them a deal and then make our fucking $1 billion and call it a day.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
exactly.
companies and applications that are not monetized right now that I think may be hoping for that exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, that was another. We're just on a shit ton of
Westwood,
tangents
yeah,
today.
people are talking about Westwood in chat.
Oh,
the
please don't bring
Command and
Westwood up. Fucking.
Wasn't this with that movie with Yul Brenner?
That's it. You nailed it.
Zeke, I don't know how you repeatedly can make me die a little bit inside.
Wait a minute, Dan. I gotta know. I know these guys. I'm older than them. Are we similar? I'm 35, if you don't mind. Like,
I'm 29.
Dan's
fuck,
my age.
man, I'm old balls around here.
I'll be
You are
30 in
old.
25 days.
Jeez.
25 days, less than a month. Until you're
Yeah.
officially an old guy.
Old guy.
I'll
Yeah.
be with you in September. Now,
Nice.
Dan, I'm very interested to hear about this game because I haven't heard literally anyone fucking talk about it in a positive fashion. I'm watching your stream of it, and it looks like you played for an entire hour. What the fuck is up with Star Fox Wii U?
Ooh. Star Fox 64 was one of my favorite games.
I'm right.
I
Yes. Go on.
Love
I'm right
that
there with
game.
you.
I played the hell out of that as a
Same
kid.
here. Getting the double laser was one of the best fucking.
Yeah. And in
Oh, so
this
good.
game, they wanted so hard to push the Wii U controller that it's the only way you can play with the game is with the big Wii U
Are you
gamepad.
fucking serious?
And they really want you to use the gamepad as an aiming device. So you look at it and then aim around. They really push that with a lot of the mechanics, and it's not optional. You have to do it.
You completely
And-
sold me out on that game. I will never
Yeah,
play
and
that
that
game.
ruined it for me. I tried so hard to not use the gamepad. I was like, I'm going to play this normal. And there's some sections where you just can't do it. You're not accurate enough because they designed it to be that way.
Can you
And
not
that just
like it doesn't take inputs from a Wii U
Hold
Pro
on.
controller?
We're not watching the original Star Fox right now.
No.
no, like that. It looks very similar to the 64 one, Star Fox 64. Even the first level is very homage to 64. But yeah, that part I loved. I love the graphics, and it's just the controls just killed it for me. And for streaming, it sucks. It really sucked for streaming because all the voices in the game go through the gamepad
What?
and don't go through the television. So the only way to get voices to your audience is to hold it up to your microphone so they can hear the speaker.
That's like one of the quintessential
And I was
best
just like,
things.
oh my god, this is a nightmare.
I I just want to make the Dan face for this.
I know it just it was, and that part is what killed it the most, was that having to hold the speaker up there. I just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. Because and with the motion controls, you can't hold it on the microphone because you got to move the thing around. So it was just, it was
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
Yeah,
So
very
was there anything good about the game?
Graphically, it's very nice. It looks cool. Like it runs at 60 frames per second, which is nice.
Okay.
You know, it's not a dramatic leap from the 64 Star Fox 64 graphically. Like it looks better, but not dramatically. And it had all the old characters, and the voiceovers are cool, and the missions looked fun if they wouldn't have the awful controls.
So,
but
was this Nintendo basically doing what Nintendo does and hoping that people's nostalgia would make them purchase this game?
yeah, like this is the first Wii U game, like first party, that other than the Wario god awful one, that I was really excited about, and
Yeah, so
I
was
thought
I.
it was going to be a for sure hit. Like, how can you mess up Star Fox? And it just it
And
found a
there
way.
you go.
Yeah,
Fuck, man. We can use this as a tangent, I guess. So last week, you know, there was all those rumors of the NX. It was going to be revealed at E3. That's what Nintendo's big focus was going to be.
mm-hmm.
The NX launch month got released in a earnings report for, or sorry, maybe it was some business fucking projection, I think, for the year, because like the
It was
business year started.
like a little sentence in the
Yeah.
earnings report, just barely just there, just on the side, and just didn't even care. They didn't.
Yeah, they're like
didn't build up or anything.
Nintendo will have new hardware out in March of 2017.
Yeah, their profits are down 67%.
Profits are down 67% year over year.
Like, holy crap!
Freaking Nintendo, man.
The thing is, and I saw a lot of people that were saying this as well, but I think it's a good thing to echo, is that Nintendo could continue to do that for like the next, I don't know, 10, 20, maybe even 30 years, and still be completely okay because of how much money they made from the Wii.
Oh God, they have so much money.
They made like just stupid money from the Wii, like just stupid,
but here's the
silly,
problem.
dumb money.
Y'all are thinking American terms, where it's all about money. In Japan, it's all about doing better than you used to.
You're not
It's
wrong.
about, like, doing well in quality products. Like in Japan, dude, Nintendo's getting ripped a new one right now.
Yeah.
Like there are so many people that are just insanely disappointed with how Nintendo is doing. It is ridiculous. Like that's their game company in a lot of ways. You know, like
at the same time, though, if we're talking about
somebody do a Mario game now, we need a Mario game right now.
well, they got Zelda. They're doing a Zelda game.
they have the new Zelda,
which we'll talk about in just a sec. But at the same time, like in Japan, specifically in the Japanese market, video games like this are seen as nerdy now. No one really plays games like this. Everyone's about mobile games over there. Everyone's about mobile games. Yeah. That's the hot shit. Like PS4 and like they're played, but when they're talked about, it's like, oh, that's nerdy. That's geeky. Why aren't you playing the fucking new Monster Rancher on the phone or whatever the fucking big monster, whatever the big phone game is? Like that's Japanese culture right now in terms of gaming. So it's kind of weird. They're in a really weird spot. The other thing they announced is that the NX will not be at E3 this year, and they're going to be focusing. They're only bringing one game to E3, and that's Zelda. That's the only game they're going to be playing, or that will be playable at E3.
Wait, what is going to be the NX's big show then?
I don't know. Probably Tokyo Game Show in September, maybe? Or they're going to do a Nintendo Direct. Like, Nintendo's kind of positioned themselves with those Directs where they're just such a, like, unique thing to Nintendo and everyone expects them. But if you're not, like, drawing hype around that, like, a fucking new console from Nintendo was announced in like an earnings report at 4 o'clock Japanese time, 3 a.m. fucking US time. Like, what the fuck, man? That is crazy to me. There was no official report or anything. It's like, yep, Nintendo's going to have a new console out in March 2017. And we're down 67% over a year. Like, fucking crazy,
Kind
man.
of scary, honestly.
In what way?
Well, it's kind of weird to think like if all the hype of, you know, like, okay, for instance, video games have always been kind of, you know, what the younger generation kids are going for. And just now we're getting to the age where, you know, people like us are moving into a larger and later adulthood, really loving games, and in some cases making it our lives. It's kind of crazy to think that we may get to a point where it's like consoles and computers are what, the old people play. And
Oh,
all the new kids
dude.
are playing on phones and stuff.
Dude,
They're going to want to watch mobile games on Twitch, and screw these old, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a computer. I got my phone. I can use that. It's just kind of weird.
The scary part is
like heading.
That's already happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
that's
my 13-year-old cousin he plays console games, but he's more about that fucking mobile life, dude. They get excited about console games, but they're just like, give me a phone. I'd rather play a game on an iPad. Like, it's getting to that point very quickly here in the U.S. And
so can we just go ahead and like everyone 8 and younger just gone and no more reproduction?
We gotta start over. We gotta reboot the human race. Let's fucking go to a new planet.
Remake. We just need to remake and have respect the computers. Respect.
Yeah, it's getting to that point, dude. It is. Yeah. I'm right there with you. It's scary. So Nintendo is just weird as shit, man. Like,
yeah.
E3. I guess maybe we'll do like an episode about E3 or predictions of E3 the week before. But it is going to be a different E3 this year, 100%. It is. Yeah. It is going to be a very, very different E3.
A little bit early to say, but hopefully not the last.
No, it's such a staple in the gaming industry. It won't be the last for a while.
Well, you say that, but I mean, there's companies that have been there like every step of the way until now that have pulled out.
Oh, they're bowing the fuck out because it's cheaper to do their own thing.
Yeah. And I mean, some of these companies bowing out have been there a long time. I mean, that are E3 staples.
EA's not there. EA will not have a presence. Disney's not there. Disney will not have a presence.
Don't get me wrong. I'm taking the most pessimistic view I possibly can on this, and I'm sure that it'll be fine. But to see companies that big bow out, just like you said, is a little.
It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't understand why they would do that, because that's the biggest announcing platform.
It is. Year. It still is.
Yep. And even if the people aren't there to see your shit, like, they will get excited if it's a good title or something like that. Like, I go to watch like what Bethesda, like, I want to see what Bethesda has to say. But I'll also check out, EA, and, I'll be there still watching.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that seem like logical that you'd have like give a stage to announce your shit, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna do my own smaller stage, just for our fans.
I really hope that people are looking at what Bethesda did last year and they're like, we need to do that. Like, that's where we need to be. I'm hoping that's what people are saying.
I think they are.
I'm worried that people are saying it's a fluke. I'm concerned that people are thinking that, like, oh, they just got lucky. It's Bethesda with a huge franchise. They just got lucky. That's never going to work with us. But we'll have to see. I don't know. Yep. I'm hoping E3 will be big this year. It'll be really telling to see how they do with the reduction. Now, granted, I mean, it's important to mention that if you guys remember, years ago, E3 went through another big reduction where people were saying that, oh, now it's a industry thing and it's not big anymore and E3's dead. And that was, God, 8-9 years ago when it went through that big shrinkage.
Well, that was the big crash, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
not really the big crash,
arguably gotten bigger since then. So,
yeah, we'll see. Well, it'll probably just change, but we'll probably do an entire episode on E3 in the coming weeks. So,
and with the digital age, like, you don't really need to go to a convention to hold a press conference anymore.
You don't.
Like the Nintendo Direct formula, yeah. It's like Bethesda's conference was one of the most entertaining conferences I've seen in a long time, where they had in-depth time with each game too, which was you don't usually see. Like, usually Ubisoft, they like game. Aisha Taylor, game, and then like no actual gameplay or very scripted gameplay. I really liked Bethesda's conference.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep. And then the other thing too, with the last thing we'll say on the directs, and then I want to talk about Ratchet and Clank. With the directs, Nintendo can, anyone that does that style, they can control their video, like they can control what is being seen so much easier than a live demonstration on a fucking show stage, right? Because these are edited videos that get seen by 1,000 eyes before they get pushed out, and they still do very well on Twitch. I think the last direct where I don't even remember what was shown. It wasn't anything fucking huge. It had 100,000 people watching at like 2:00 in the afternoon on Twitch. Like not even a big stage or anything, not promoted that heavily. And it just pulled 100,000 viewers on Twitch. Like,
And Bethesda still to this day has the highest amount of concurrent viewers I've ever seen on a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. 500,000+ people watching a single Twitch channel.
Yep.
Like
non-esports related, that's the highest, 100%.
absolutely insane.
E3, like their channel almost had 1 million.
Yeah.
Really? Wow, I didn't even see that. That's incredible. It's
Last
absolutely
year
incredible.
almost had 1 million people watching.
I think across Twitch. Yeah. Is a game, right? Yeah, for sure. Ratchet and Clank, tell me how good this game is, Dan. I have not jumped into it yet, but I know everyone loves the shit out of this game that's played it.
Ratchet and Clank was shit tons of fun
Yeah.
because it was a movie game, but they cleverly hired the original developer to make it. So it's just like every bit of fun you had with the original Ratchet and Clank was in this game, and just graphically it was freaking beautiful. Like, and they use a lot of the cutscenes in the game are from the movie itself.
Mhm.
So there are, if you're planning on watching the movie, there are spoilers. But for what I'm hearing, the movie isn't that great, anyways.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't that great. I think Angry Joe was saying it's not that great.
Yeah, but overall, it was a fantastically fun game. I was expecting it to be, maybe just okay since it was a movie game, but it was very fun. I would say it was definitely on par with the original games.
Isn't it only like $30?
It's like it was $40 at launch. Which was
$40.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is most companies, most people would charge $60 for this, but it was worth every penny at 40. I loved it. It's only about 10 hours per playthrough, but with Ratchet and Clank, they encourage you to play again on New Game Plus and beat it multiple times, and I just had a blast with it.
The one
Are
thing,
you wearing the same outfit?
same shirt, same
Yeah,
undershirt.
No, that is a different shirt.
Okay.
Okay.
I just happen to be wearing a white shirt.
It's all right. I wear the same shirt every drop frames.
Yeah, and this is a hoodie, so I can wear it over anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I only have 10 Fallout shirts. I just rotate between them.
That's true.
I also only have one beanie. I just tell people I have a lot.
The other, what game launched the same week as this?
Dark
Break?
Souls.
Oh,
Dark Souls.
No, Dark
Wait,
Souls.
no. Quantum Break. Yeah, that was the
Because
one.
I feel like this, I don't know what everyone was playing. Maybe they were doing a second playthrough of Dark Souls, but I felt like this game just had bad viewership across Twitch. Like no one really wanted to watch it.
Yeah, Quantum Break definitely had a bit more hype on when it launched the first day.
Yeah.
And then Dark Souls 3 was still in super hype mode, so like it was hard to for
It's
eating
still
a game to
doing
break
good.
that. Yeah, still Dark Souls 3 does very well even today.
Yeah.
It's just a fantastic game that it's going to be really hard to knock that one off of most people's game of the year list right now.
Yeah.
I'm on my
up there.
5th playthrough and I'm still loving it.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic game.
I still haven't got through it yet.
That's awesome though, man. You still have like an amazing game to play. You're in a
do.
good boat.
Yeah.
You have some incredible bosses ahead of you, Zeke. Like some of the best of the entire franchise are ahead of you.
I agree. I want to play Ratchet. My roommate was playing it as I was packing up the house last week, and I would just walk in there and kind of just watch for 20 minutes. Like, that looks so fucking gorgeous. It's 30 FPS. It just looks so goddamn good.
Oh, and chat just confirmed it was Dark Souls 3. It launched the same day as Ratchet and Clank, so that's why it was just no viewership.
I guess that's Dark Souls 3 just had such a weird launch schedule. I was like, no, I was playing that game like 2 months ago. What are you talking about?
Dude, the release, one of the worst in recent history.
Yeah, they fucked that up. But
Yeah, that was
Absolutely
PR nightmare on their end, but yeah.
Yep.
But hey, it's been on Twitch for 2 months now in the top 10, maybe 5 games. So I guess it's worked out in the end.
It's officially moved into speedrunner territory too, which is not only exacerbating the community as a whole, but now we're seeing the people from Dark Souls 1 and 2 that have congregate around them are now coming to Dark Souls 3. Like Elijaz, I always pronounce his name wrong.
Yeah.
But he has been getting like great numbers doing speedruns on there. Peeve right behind him doing PvP and skill builds and analysis, getting great numbers in Dark Souls 3 every single day. Like it's good stuff. Although right now though, I don't know if you guys have heard this, there are some serious problems with Dark Souls 3 right now. Like there was a guy that was streaming on YouTube Gaming, and what he has done is he has found a way to bug his character so he has a weapon that gives souls, and the souls that he gives soft ban your account. So what he did was he was streaming himself, invading streamers on Twitch, soft banning them off of the Dark Souls servers, in many cases with them not even knowing, and like it only stopped when another hacker invaded his game and then hacked his guy. So it was like this, and now like it's just a giant mess. It's a giant mess.
Did he? Was he banned from YouTube gaming after, or is he still streaming?
I have no idea.
Banned for
I never
streaming.
actually saw. I just heard about the YouTube gaming stuff. I never actually saw him on there.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody hears about it, but no one ever sees it because it's YouTube Gaming.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
people were linking it in my. Oh well, but people were linking it when it was going on. Like apparently he was live for a while doing it.
That's
And he had a specific name, so everyone was like, "If you see this guy invade your game, turn off your game. Like, do not let him attack you."
you know it's really shitty that that's a thing, but also that's fucking rad. That's so fucking cool that someone can like do that. Like how that guy to me is fucking everything up, but still, he's probably having the best time of his life.
Well, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. It's first of all, it's horrible, and you're a terrible person for saying that, JP.
I think it's
Second of
fucking
all,
hilarious.
No, you're terrible. You're a shit person. Anyway, and second of all, the thing that the worst part about it was that it really showed a spotlight on the fact that Bandai Namco is not jumping on these things.
Oh,
And,
they're
like,
very slow. Yeah.
And like days were going by that they were not allowing, like they weren't even like looking at the request to get unbanned from these people, and it's blatantly obvious they didn't do anything. Like it was it's.
Now,
Yeah.
when you say
Well,
soft,
okay. I would just let me interject and it's like poison in my mouth to say this, but I kind of agree with JP.
go on.
I kind of think that like if it happened to me, it would be a huge like annoyance.
Hold on.
that I get stop banned, but I gotta say like
Okay,
that's
go ahead.
in the Dark Souls vein, like kind of
Exactly.
attitude, where you're just like, some guy invaded me and I got soft banned from the fucking game. Like that's what Dark Souls makes me feel on a regular hourly basis, where I'm just like, you motherfucker! Oh my god, I'm gonna.
What planet are you guys
Hold
from?
on. When you guys
Kittens, I'm gonna stomp them to death.
when you guys are saying soft ban, does that mean soft ban from playing online?
Okay, here's the deal. As someone just said, they aren't immediately soft banned. If people have their saves backed up, you can swap the files and get the warning removed and avoid the soft ban. But from what I understand, it's the same thing that would happen in Dark Souls 2 if you use the DS fix files before they got that drama worked out. Where basically it's like your a lot of your online stuff would shut down without you knowing it.
Oh, that guy can invade me right fucking now. I would never have to play online again. That'd be amazing.
You can just play offline. That's not the point.
Hey, and he's like throwing out these terms that are just so common in their terms of like, oh yeah, that weapon right there has the longest ghost length or something. So goddamn bad. It's just a waste of time.
Hard to argue with that, man.
You're
Even
fighting
in Dark
the
Souls
lag.
3,
It-
dude, some
like-
of the PvP is really laggy.
It's
Yeah.
So and like I watch Peeve play, and he's like throwing out these terms that are just so common in their terms of like, oh yeah, that weapon right there has the longest ghost length or something, which means that if that weapon is lagging, there's a chance when you're rolling, it's still going to connect because on his screen it's hitting you, and on the server is like, see, and I'm just like, that's just fucking bad. Like, why would you want to play that?
Dude, there's no question you're right about that. Like the fact that they've allowed it to get to this point in the Souls franchise and have it be standard PvP is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no real argument against
That being said, it's still fucking hilarious to turn into a goddamn statue or something when you get invaded.
Yes, and then just hide.
And just watch these
Waste
fucking
their
dumb
time,
shits.
yeah.
Just walk around like, where the fuck is this guy? Where the fuck
Yeah.
is he? Like, I love that.
I hate PvP so much that I do that because
I do that
most
every
of the
time.
Most of the time, it's someone that invades your game and they hide amongst the NPCs, waiting for you to where they can gank you and use the NPCs to their advantage, or they're almost dead, then they run away and hide in the NPCs. So I got so sick of that happening over and over and over again that I decided I stocked up on the branches,
Yeah.
and every time someone invade me, I would just hide
Yep.
and then wait and watch them run around, and then knowing that they're wasting their time until they kill themselves.
There was I'm not going to be able to find it, but there was a GIF in the prison. One of the things, if you have the spell Chameleon, I would assume with the white branches as well, you'll turn into this little like shrunken head on the ground, and you can hide in the corpses of enemies where they can't see you at all. And so like you could just sit there and just wait for hours as these guys will like literally walk past you because they don't even think to lock on, because you can lock on to people that are using the white branch or chameleon, but they don't think because it's just a dead creature in front of them that you're hiding in as this little stupid shrunken head. And it's awesome. I love that. That's the only portion of PvP I like, is just being a dick to people that invade me and wasting
Yeah,
their
I like
time.
being a dick to people that are dicks.
Yes,
which is
exactly. How did we even get on to Dark Souls?
I
don't know how we
like
got there.
going into PvP, especially with the way I've chosen to play it, where like it's summoned for help.
Yeah.
And then like coming in, it's like a dude wielding two-handing his shield, like, I'm helping. Look at me help.
Zeke, let me show you one of the funniest things I've ever done in any Dark Souls game. This is someone invaded me the other day, or rather, I was helping someone. Right here, I'll just show this on stream. So this is a little bit spoilery. It's not too bad. It's just a little area down below where you fight the two lightning dogs. You haven't, I guess Zeke hasn't seen this at all. You go down this long ladder and these two fucking lightning dogs down here, right? I'm invaded right now. The blue guy's bad. This guy's on my team. So the fight's really long and drawn out. He eventually goes and he's fighting 1v1 over here. As soon as this fucking video from Twitter loads, come on. He starts going downstairs, goes all the way down the ladder, starts fighting these two things. Then he starts coming up the ladder, right? So there's the giant dog chasing him. And I'm trying to go upstairs because he's climbing up the ladder because the invader's right below him. So then I think, what happens if I just drop down on top of him? Nothing happens. I start going up. He starts getting punched by the invader. I'm laughing. I'm laughing hysterically. And then he falls to his death. And I fucking got him killed because I blocked him on the ladder. And I just lose my shit for like a solid 20 minutes just laughing hysterically. Like I could not collect myself for the life of me. One of the funniest things I've ever had happen to me. That's when Dark Souls PvP is fun, when stupid shit like that happens. But that's the only time I've had fun with it. I just died laughing at that part. Anyways, besides you did Ratchet and Clank, and then I think that was pretty much it. I saw you playing Final Fantasy X. Was that just because you were bored?
Yeah, it was a filler game.
Yeah.
There was a gap between Dark Souls 3 and the other game that came out. I forget big one. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I played Final Fantasy X. It's a classic. It's always good.
Yeah, I played the remake. Did you see that might be coming to PC today?
Yeah, I heard that. I'm excited. It would be nice to play it at 60 frames. It would be good.
It would be interesting to see that at 60 frames. I would. That might even garner another playthrough. But Zeke, what have you been playing, man?
Mostly Dark Souls 3, doing that dumb run, and Overwatch. But I did play a couple of indie games.
Okay.
Over the last couple of days, I played. I had it up ready to go.
Deadbolt.
I played, Deadbolt, which is it's a fun little it's kind of like a gun. What is it? Gunpoint.
Yep. Yeah. Gunpoint.
Yeah. Kind of like Gunpoint. Kind of like it's leveled. There's levels that you go indoors and all that kind of stuff, and you kill zombies. The thing that separates it is the there's a stealth aspect, and there's also an atmospheric aspect. Like some of the story elements and stuff are pretty cool. You're a Reaper. Yeah. Is what your title is, and you go around and you have to kill undead things. Like you reap them, like because they're supposed to be dead.
So it's very Gunpoint.
Yeah, you reap zombies, vampires. It can get frustratingly hard at times. But the controls are good. It's a great game. It's got good music. Got really good music actually.
Yeah, chat's talking about the music right now. What type of music is it? What could you classify it?
I don't know what I could classify it as.
Here, I'll bring it up. Let's see.
Hurry up for 4 months.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's a very fun game. It's just level by level by level. It just increases difficulty. It's see the cursor of the mouse.
Yeah.
You can point it at their head. You get upgrades by completing levels. You can get souls. They call them souls. And it's basically the currency. You can get upgrades and get silenced weapons, yada yada yada. Lighting has something to do with it. It's you can like switching off lights will help you like stay in the dark so you can shoot them from cover, or there's a cover system and all that kind of stuff. So it's not hard to explain, but it's a fun little game to play, and the music makes it enjoyable.
It is $10 on Steam. It seems about a $10 game from the looks of it.
Yep.
Do you have any idea how long it is?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. I played it for I think 3.5-4 hours total.
Oh, the music's made by the Risk of Rain guy. Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
Risk of Rain had awesome music for sure.
Yep.
Well, cool. That was Deadbolt. What else did you play on Indie Monday? Your makeup.
I
for Indie
played
Sunday?
Infinifactory.
Okay.
And Infinifactory is a puzzle game like Factorio, kind of. It's in let's see.
How'd you describe it?
You have to get like these certain blocks to go in this like it's a conveyor belt. Like you have to get these blocks to go in here, and you have like conveyor belt blocks. You have like just stationary blocks. You have welding blocks if they need like 2 blocks of this kind in to go, like 9 of them to go into this like goal area.
Here it is.
It can get really complicated really quickly.
Yeah, it was really hard.
Okay, you played it.
Yeah, I played a bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like, especially with chat there going like,
Oh,
come on,
God.
man.
Yeah.
Like you feel like a fucking moron
Hold
at
on.
times.
Random tangent. PAX East. We're in our autograph line, right? This guy walks up before I even sit down to do the autographs. He walks up, asks me, he goes, "Hey man, are you a streamer? Do you play games?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, do you play puzzle games?" I was like, "No, man. Streaming puzzle games on Twitch is the fucking worst. No one wants to play those at all." And he goes, "Oh, I made a puzzle game," and then he just walks off. Funniest fucking thing. Funniest fucking thing that happened on PAX East. I forgot about it. You just made me remember it.
And he was never heard from again.
He walked away so dejected, hands and just fucking like this. Just walked out so sad. And I was just like, and no one, like, I looked around and was like, did anyone else see that? I was like, oh, thank God. Just the funniest shit.
itmeJP Dream Breaker.
That was funny as shit. This game
So
looks very
basically-
confusing, Zeke.
So basically, you see the bottom left hand corner. There's 4 things you can use. The first thing is a conveyor belt. Second thing is just a blank block. So if you need to set stuff on top of it, or you need a pause in the conveyor belt. See, there it goes.
Oh,
Look at me. Look how happy I
yeah,
am.
you just figured it
I
out.
got
So
it.
yeah.
Look, I welded these 2 blocks together, and now it's going in the right place.
So
And then you fast forward to get to the goal, and then you're done.
okay.
Like, yep, you did it. And then, like, basically the gist of it is you were taken up by these alien overlord people that then they want you to build parts for them, and how many blocks you use, how many materials basically they like judge you based on your material usage, like how many blocks or how many like conveyor belts did you need to get this goal done. Now this was the first hard puzzle, and it's fucking insane.
Are these random or are they all set?
No, they're all set,
Okay.
and you can go against people on your Steam
Why
list
is there a
and stuff.
dead dog?
Now that's the other thing. There's people before you, and you get logs. Like these guys are all dead because they failed, and I'm guessing starved to death
Okay.
while trying to figure out these puzzles. And this is a dog.
How long did this puzzle
Did not
take?
figure out this puzzle.
I'm gonna skip ahead. So if you guys care about the spoilers, just turn away from the stream for a bit. Oh, you solved that one pretty quick. That's not the same puzzle, is it?
Keep going. There you go. Now this is where I'm figuring it out. I'm like, okay, that's gonna push.
Oh my
this.
God.
That's gonna do that. No, I think I made it way overcomplicated, but if I finally got it to work. Look at my fucking face too. That's my thinky face.
Oh
That's
man.
my brain hurt face.
I'm right there with you,
Look,
dude.
this one was tough, but it was really, really rewarding once you get like the thing down. You're like, okay, the welder there, and it's like, oh shit, I got it. You just put the thing there, and then it goes, bzzz, and it falls down. And you're like, fuck. All right, let me start again.
Jeez. Yeah, that
Yeah,
just
when
looks
the
so
solution presents
complicated.
itself,
Dude.
you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
That just looks so complicated. I would never.
It is.
And these are the easy puzzles. It gets ridiculous later. I've seen Waffle play the late levels, and you have to build these giant machines, and they have to be exactly right.
Yep.
And they have so many steps.
How far did you? Okay.
Yeah, but this one was pretty cool. You got to do 2 different things. And look at me. Ah, fucking. Because
I got it.
Figure out a way to split up these blocks and then get a 2 block and a 3 block like connected to get into the goal.
Nice.
And also like the physics of the game are kind of forgiving in that like if you have like 1 block here You can put like 30 blocks going across as long as one block is on top.
Gotcha.
So it won't like tip or anything.
Interesting.
It'll stay
Like that row on the bottom there with the 3 block.
exactly. That's what it reminded me of.
So, are you gonna?
That was a fun game.
Are you doing another Indie Sunday this Sunday?
Yeah. Oh, Mother's Day, right? Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I don't care.
You need to play a game. I'm going to tell you a game name, Zeke.
Okay.
Do not look anything up on it. I just want you to go in cold to this game.
Okay.
It's called Steven's Sausage Roll.
I'm sold already.
It's a game. I'm going to stop myself right there. This game apparently has been getting a shit ton of like amazing reviews from a ton of people. Everyone's saying it's fucking awesome. So I want you to play it and report next week because I want to see like what you think about it because I trust you.
It's not on Steam?
I don't know where people get it from. Let's see. I'll Google it for you and tell you where you get it from. You get it from you buy it directly from him. It's stevensausageroll.com. It's $30.
It's $30?
It's $30. You want me to buy it for
Jesus fuck. No, but I mean, I'll buy it. That's not my argument. My argument is on principle. Like, $30 for a fucking indie game, dude?
Apparently, this game is amazing.
Stevens.
Oh, people are saying it is on Steam. Okay, people are saying it is on Steam.
Okay, if you link it for me.
Yeah, I'll link it in the chat right now. Right there. There you go.
Man, I'm probably spelling Steven wrong. It's probably PH, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's fucking
Oh,
why.
you put a V. Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yep. All right. Report back next week to me. Is there anything else?
Still $30 fucking.
$30 is a lot. I was not expecting that.
All right. Yeah, I was just spelling Steven wrong. I'm getting it right now. So
okay, great.
We'll figure it out. Let's see. The other game I played. Oh my God.
Action Hank?
Action Hank. Everybody's heard of Action Hank. It's
Yeah.
just it's trials for a little
Guy.
trials for a little action figure guy.
Yep.
Like you run, you slide, you do all this kind of shit. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
But the other game that I would like to see you play, because I think it would frustrate the shit out of you, because it certainly did me, was Exanima.
What the fuck is Exanima?
Exanima. Did we talk about Exanima last time?
I don't think so. I've
Did
never
we talk
heard
about
of
Cross
that.
of the Dutchman?
No.
Okay. Okay.
That must have been the other Indie Sunday when we didn't do a
We
show.
talked about Interplanetary.
Nope.
The game where like the planets circle around a solar system and you have to try to bomb the other planet.
Nope.
I think I played that.
That one was really fun. Pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, this is Interplanetary.
Oh, no, I've not played this.
You are a planet and you have to bomb however many AI planets or other player planets. I think it's up to 8 other players in a 9-player.
Like people players or AI players?
You can do either one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just did 1v1 AI just to get used to the game. And you have to calculate like how much power your shit's gonna need, how much like resources your shit's gonna need. You build weapons, you fire weapons, and you have to judge for their path in the solar system and the gravity of other planets and the sun, the star around it. It starts out really complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it is fucking fun as shit.
I'm gonna be honest.
Upgrades and what?
I'm so glad that you play these type of games because I will never play these type of games. Like I could not be bothered to like learn the ins and outs of this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like I started the game and it was like, oh, instructions.
Yeah.
Once I kind of understood what was going on, it was like, okay, now this does this, this does this, this is this, this is this. It's a lot of technobabble, but it starts to become really clear as to what like. This, you can install a laser, and lasers only shoot straight. They're not affected by gravity. Also, you can install something that will make your laser more hotter or do more damage or wider, blah, blah, blah. It's just building weapons, like, if I could boil it down. You have cities that you on your planet. You have to have power, resources, and weapons. Those are the 3 things: power, resources, and weapons. Once you have power, you can get like mines to dig up more resources, and then you use resources and the power to make weapons. And also there's another side of it with recon, where you recon the other planets to see where you can drop bombs on them, like the best places to drop bombs.
And this is not multiplayer, right? This single player.
Yes, it is.
It is multiplayer.
You can do you can do AI multiplayer. You can do the whole thing.
Is this the trajectory of your weapons?
Yep. See the gravity, how it's affecting it.
This looks like some
It has to
fucking.
kinda judge, like it's gonna move this way in orbit.
Yeah, this looks
It's
like some
gonna
Kerbal
curve around
space
the
shit.
planet. But some like you can buy upgrades that are more magnetic. Like my missiles go okay, it's more forgiving with the shit. But it's a fun game once you get the hang of it.
What's the name of this game? A lot of people are asking.
Interplanetary.
Interplanet. Is it on Steam?
Yes, it is.
Are the physics as complicated as Kerbal Space Program?
That's exact. It looks like that, dude.
No. I don't think so. I've never played Kerbal Space Program, but it's not as complicated as you might think.
Okay.
Because it plots out like the curvature for you.
Okay, cool.
All you gotta do is kind of call your shot a little bit.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's think approved, so it's like 6th, 7th grade level math. We good.
It's $15, and I would say I mean I had fun playing it for a couple hours. It was great. It's turn-based, so you set up your shit, fire your shots, and then it's his turn.
Gotcha.
Or the other person's turn.
Is this
what's this one?
Cross of the Dutchman?
Okay.
Cross of the Dutchman is, well, you're looking at it. It's
Looks like Bard's Tale.
it's okay. It really sucked me in. It's actually based on a true tale, a true story, from history. Like you can visit like the places that they're talking about and like museums and shit that this story has to do with. And it's okay.
Again, this is a game.
I wouldn't recommend it.
How long did you spend in this game?
What's that?
You played for an hour, right?
Hour and a half, something like that.
This game would take.
I get it. Meh.
This game I'd give this game 2 minutes and fucking be bored out of my mind.
Yep.
What was the point of it?
Yeah, like what do you do? I see there's combat.
There's combat. You're protecting a town from
Vigilantes.
the English, I think.
Yeah.
Same thing. Vigilantes, English.
Yeah, Vigilantes, English, same shit.
I barely I wasn't into it.
Here's a little bit of combat. You're punching the fuck out of those things. Oh my god, you murdered an entire caravan. Caravan, rather.
Yeah, that's you missed it. I killed a whole entire band of people. No, that's why I don't even remember what it was about.
Wow, is that him sneaking?
What's that?
Him sneaking his sneaking animations. He's just.
Oh, it totally, it's totally that for sure.
That's fucking hilarious looking to me. But
Someone please gif what JP just.
I'm gonna
did
sneak
at
by
some
these
point.
guys right here. It looks ridiculous. All right, I'm trying to find what the fuck is this?
This is Exanima.
Okay.
This is Exanima. Now it's a dungeon crawler.
Are you trying to make me here, or what's going on?
No, I'm not. No, I'm trying to make like a fat baby is what.
Again, were you trying to make me here?
No, Exanima is the controls are so fucking frustrating because they tried to make him as super realistic as possible, and in doing that, they made it so hard to play.
Really?
For a layperson, you have to.
Is it like Clop?
It's sort of like QWOP, yes.
Really?
It's sort of like QWOP, yeah.
What do you do?
You are exploring a dungeon.
What the?
You open the door, but if you're standing in the way of the door, you can't open it, so you got to step back.
Wait a second. Is this that game that had a successful Kickstarter last year?
I think so.
That's super realistic in combat and all that stuff. And
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. It was a fucking hilarious game to play though. It was fun because if you start running too ow!
That door boss.
But I love the fat baby with a torch running around with a stick in his hand. He's trying to get around here and he's running, and you'll see him run too fast and hit some debris and fall flat on his fucking head.
Oh my god. This game looks ridiculous.
Fall flat. So it was a lot of fun. But it was frustratingly hard to control.
Whoa, those shadows are cool.
Yeah, no, and everything is great about it except the controls are just difficult to learn. I don't even want to say atrocious because it might be just because I'm horrible. I was horrible at it, but I could not get into it because of that.
This game looks fucking wild, man. Did you get to the combat?
It's coming right now. The first combat I get is right here.
Oh,
I
okay.
died.
Fuck, I skipped past it.
Yep.
What do you? Am I?
Think it's coming up.
Did you fight like a goblin?
No, I thought there's human beings, and the other thing is like they react
Oh, right here.
randomly. Like you can ignore them, and they'll ignore you. Or sometimes they want to fight you. Like this dude, he didn't want to fight me,
You hit him.
but I turned around and started fighting him, so he started fighting me back. And I'm trying to hit him with a torch, and it's not working very well because you have to like move and counter, and like you actually have to like it's. And there I go. Durr.
What the fuck? This.
Yeah, according to Elo in chat, the control scheme is just terrible, and he agrees with Zeke completely.
Well, that's absolutely wrong, right?
He said it was Zeke doing Zeke things, and it's actually really good.
Yeah, Elo love. Elo love.
Why is this guy just
Good at-
waving these
Elo's good
sticks
at games.
around?
I've never claimed to be good at. Look at there. I just fell the fuck over.
like you're just
Some
running
debris in my
away.
way, and I just
Give
went
me the
belly
fuck away from these two crazy people.
trying to get out of here.
Oh my god. Okay.
But I definitely had a blast playing it for the humor of it all. It was really funny to play.
So are you?
So what did you do? Did you get to like
Yeah.
a boss, or did you complete a level? Like, what's the
Nope.
point of the game?
Nope, it was fucking tough.
Those people are
because-
fighting each other now.
Yeah, they fight each other too. See, that guy's like, okay, we're cool. All right, we're cool. He's not gonna fight me. He just beat the shit out of that guy for me, and I was very thankful. And you can pick up loot. It's like you can loot everything, and
This game looks
looking at the
crazy,
character
dude.
of, like my character is like a fat baby with a stick.
He's
Oh
adorable.
shit! You got a maul and you took off his shirt.
You can pick up shirts and boots. That's right. I got some boots.
I love the hooker boots. It's
Yeah,
great.
hooker boots with a giant mallet, and now you're just walking into darkness.
See, that's what I'm
Hi,
saying.
baby.
Like that's what made it fun. Was that like it's a little bit ridiculous. And also, like I played later as like a grandma, like a naked grandma with like big sagging boobies. It was good. I was just walking
Oh
around
my
like, there it is.
Oh my god.
Like, Jimmy,
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my
lost in
Jesus!
a dungeon. Jimmy, where is everybody? I'm scared. I'm in a dungeon.
Oh, this.
I'm making cookies, and now I'm lost. Oh, and you can practice your skills. This is the arena. You can just practice your skills if you want to figure out how to battle.
Jesus Christ. This game. That character looks so ridiculous. That character looks.
Drink too many beers to see that.
This character looks so insane,
Jimmy,
dude.
where are you? I was in the kitchen, and so I woke up here. I'm scared. Where's Ed? Ed, where are you? Yeah,
That character
was,
looks
right there. That
insane.
was like fun. That was fun as shit. That
Oh my
part.
god. Okay.
And then I tried to play. Don't even put this up, but I tried to play Slain, and the controls are just crap. So
It
I
was
couldn't
just
play.
bad. Okay. All right. Jeez.
Music was good though.
That game looks kind of like I'm kind of interested in that game. I don't know.
Dude, let's. How much is it? I forget. It is.
I don't
got it
know.
pulled up right here. I think it is $15. I would say it's worth a day,
That's not
worth
bad.
a couple of hours of playing just to have fun, just to like make fun of
What,
everything
like-
that's happening.
What is the end? Do you know the end goal? Do you get out of this place or like?
I have no idea. No idea.
Like I'm starting to wonder like if what Ko was saying, if it's like a Dark Souls style game or if you fight like bosses or what.
Now, Zeke, tell me something. When you played the different characters, is it like randomly generated?
No, yeah, I made him.
No. I mean, like, is the world randomly generated? Like, was it a different world?
Nope.
It was the same world.
Yep.
Okay, so there has to be some kind of progression.
So the loot is somewhat random.
Cool.
Interesting.
But the actual layout of the dungeon is the same. At least every time I picked it up, it was the same. Like I could go here and I know there was a loot box here. Like I should.
Okay. Cool. Looks interesting though.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting looking game.
Yeah,
for sure.
looks like one of those games that's great for streaming.
Yeah, like just
I died laughing several times just due to the controls and the characters and signing.
Oh, like grandma having
yes,
cracking up.
That's the other thing. Death is permanent.
Oh, okay.
Death is permanent. So you can make all this kind of progress, but you die, you start over.
Are there ways to heal yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never found them.
Yeah.
But I know there are them.
Interesting.
The rule said there was.
Apparently, Ella's saying the arena mode is awesome. So I have no idea.
Oh, Silent Ninja said Examina is a test game for the engine for their main game that they are making.
Oh, okay. So it's not even the full game.
Oh.
Apparently.
Interesting.
And if that's what I'm thinking about, I think I should remember hearing about that on the Kickstarter, that they were releasing an early demo that, okay, so maybe this is it.
Interesting. All right, that's that. I didn't play this yet. I don't know. I think Co did. I don't know if Dan or Zeke did. Did you guys check out Neo? Who's played it besides Co?
I haven't, but my chat has been relentless that I have to play it.
Okay. Co,
Yeah,
let's sell.
really hard, way harder Dark Souls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's sell everyone
No.
on Neo. I've watched a
Neo.
lot of Neo. I've not played it yet.
All right, now I'm gonna since you guys are gonna play it, I want you guys to take the same journey I did with it. So I'm gonna try to keep this as spoiler free as possible. But here's the deal. So Neo is now lots of people are split on this, but I feel it's a pretty cool, awesome combination of the Dark Souls franchise and the Ninja Gaiden franchise.
That's exactly what I got from watching it.
Yeah. So basically it's a very difficult game where you have a very verbose skill system. There's a lot of Dark Souls influence in terms of the combat, in terms of the progression, in terms of the difficulty. I would immediately say that from someone who has beaten Dark Souls 1 and 2 multiple times, who is on his 5th playthrough of Dark Souls 3, and who is beginning to end Bloodborne 3 times, this game is harder than all of them.
See, I actually, everyone I watched was having a very, very, very difficult time, and they were saying the exact same thing.
Is difficult.
They
And
said
it's
these
difficult
zombies guys
because
are motherfuckers.
There's no barriers. Enemies have cheap moves. Your moves don't recover. When you run out of stamina in this game, your character plants his feet, stops, and takes breaths. So if you roll too much, if you try to roll too many times, your character stops and the enemy can one hit you. It's difficult. Also, a big thing about this game, if you look in the bottom right of the screen, you have 3 different stances, and each stance has a combination of moves that you can dictate and you can put skill points into. You also have different weapon types, from spears, swords, hammers, axes, and they all have different moves you can spec into. There's also magic. There's also a spirit animal mechanic, and it all takes place in kind of a Japanese theme. But here's the deal. I played the demo beginning to end. I ended up beating the demo, and I haven't looked forward to a release this much in a long time. I was thoroughly engaged by the demo. It is at one point I had to farm because there was a boss I was on that was just so hard.
There are bosses. I've never seen the bosses.
Oh yeah, there's 2 bosses that I fought, and both of them were difficult.
If I show one, is it super spoilery?
It's not. Well, they're both the bosses. Without getting into too much spoilers, they were very Dark Soulsy. So one big mob, it had its own set of moves. It had a set of moves that kind of randomly would move between. So it's again, that's where the real Dark Souls influence shined through, was the bosses. It was more of the regular gameplay that really shone into the Ninja Gaiden aspects. But what's really crazy is I played this game for over 8 hours, and I feel like I barely scratched the surface of what this game had to do. I finished my 8-hour things feeling like I knew what I was doing, but I felt like I knew. This is one of the bosses right here.
Yeah. Did you kill this guy?
And this guy, literally, he has an attack, for instance, where he charges up and he sends down 4 bolts of lightning. And if your character isn't spec'd correctly, one of those bolts will instant kill you.
Like it just did, yeah. Holy shit.
And he had another move where he'd roll across the screen, and as he would roll, bolts would follow him, and if any of those hit you, you would die. And keep in mind, if you're trying to dodge this guy and you do a dodge action when you're out of stamina, you plant your feet. So it's and he could pretty much 3 hit you too with his normal attacks, which were really quick and had a wide range. So at all of it, like at the end of the day with this game, I've was really jazzed about like not only what I had done, like when I beat this boss dude, that was like Dark Souls level feeling of like I sat there hitting my little victory sound like probably for a good 30 seconds because I tried him probably for a good hour and a half, 2 hours before I beat him, and I had to completely respect my character. I had to farm to get the right items. I didn't even finish this level, funny enough, but yeah, I mean, this is a game. If you like Dark Souls, and more importantly, if you like the challenge of Dark Souls, I cannot recommend Neo for you more. Now, that being said, there's a lot of things about this game that are going to make people frustrated. There's a lot of mechanics in this game that people are going to straight up say are cheap, that they are like against the character. There are many situations that I got in where if you mistime one dodge, the enemy will combo you to death. And more importantly, the distance they put between saves, which are called shrines in this game, is at some point just obscene.
Just
like
Dark
there's at one point where it took me 25 minutes of gameplay, like of I know where I'm going, I know what enemies I need to kill, and I had to speed run it, which you can't do, by the way, because enemies follow you until you die.
Wow.
So I had to like speed run to this location, open a door, and then like basically sit there and do my best not to die. I died, no question. But it's like if I didn't know where I needed to go and it took me 2 hours to figure out where I needed to go, then like, yeah, it's crazy. But I can tell this is going to be this is going to be one of those games where when people beat it, it's like, oh, you've beaten Neo? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it looks pretty crazy. I was watching I watched Lyric play a little bit. I was watching Maximilian play a little bit of it. And he was they both had a lot of hard times with the little zombie guys. Did you have, they said their attacks, you can't hit them. Like your attacks
it takes time. You have to learn like basically you have to learn what the game wants you to do.
Right.
Like there's situations where if you learn what the game wants you to do, it's easy. Like I got to the point with my spear where I got this certain set of moves and I learned exactly when to do it. And then I learned the enemy's attack and it got to the point where I could just walk like through a lot of the game and it was totally easy. And I remember thinking at that time, like, okay, this is fun. It felt like solving a puzzle more than it did playing an action game. But at that point, like I know now, I think last I checked, 5+ streamers have rage quit this demo.
Wow.
Damn.
Like they said,
I don't think Lyric
I'm not
finished it.
finishing this demo. This game is not fun for me. I've died too many times. Yeah. I actually watched one streamer. I'm not going to say his name. He raged out on stream midway through the level you're watching right now, and he swore to never play the game again.
Yeah.
Did you finish the demo?
I did finish the demo.
Okay.
Yes. And it was, again, this boss you're watching me on, I've probably tried him 50+ times.
Someone in chat was saying this, you can no longer play, or maybe it's just download this after tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
right?
The demo is closed.
Okay.
So
it's all online?
I don't know if they're going to like uninstall the demo or not allow you, but as far as we know, the demo was open until the 5th. So and here's the thing, it's free. So if you own a PS4, and unfortunately it is a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah.
Sony. But anyway, it's the kind of thing where they've said the window is to the 5th, and if you haven't played it by the 5th, I don't know if they're going to install it or just let you like take the stuff off. And man, I gotta say, every minute I played this game, all I could think about is how much I wanted to play it on PC.
Yeah.
Oh, first game I've ever seen on a console.
I heard about this.
Performance and movie options. So you can play the game in movie, where it's apparently a lot prettier. I don't know, because I never played it in that. Or you can play it in performance for frames per second. And here's the shit. I played it in performance the whole time. It still sucked in frames. And there were times when I could swear it got down to single digit.
What if I told you that the PS4 is going to have a new edition for $4 so you could buy
I could give you a one-word answer. Like, dude, the whole thing is just, yeah. But here, I know, unfortunately, I know there's no way in hell this game would come to PC, but I really, really would love to see this game in all its glory.
And is this Bandai Namco or is this Capcom?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember.
No, this is Koei. This is Koei. The people
I think it's Team Ninja, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it's the same guys that made Gaiden.
Oh,
yeah, that would be Team Ninja.
Is this a Platinum game then? Is that who's publishing it?
I don't know.
Chat will tell us here soon.
Whoa, what was that little pink dog
Oh,
thing?
Babby.
Oh, okay. So the way that you have a spirit animal, and this spirit animal not only gives you stats and bonuses based on a stat called spirit, which you can put points into, and
Really
as you
technical.
go up in spirit, you unlock different attributes for it. But your spirit animal, which you pick, also allows you, after you've charged up enough energy, to enter like a spirit mode where your health bar gets replaced by your spirit animals. And you may see it here in a second if I have it. And you basically get all sorts of crazy cool attacks
We saw that
during it.
earlier, yeah.
And you can kind of do a bunch of extra damage, extra combos and stuff like that. And also you're invulnerable during it because when you take damage, it reduces your power up bar instead of your health bar. What's really cool about this game also is that it has like every character has a stamina bar and a health bar. And if you take the stamina bar down on a humanoid enemy, then it'll basically enter like an almost like kind of like you do, and enter a tired state where like you'll start breathing heavily and you can do combos. You can do like a Dark Souls style parry on an enemy that's out of stamina. But on demons, which is like a whole different side of the game, there's like human enemies and demon enemies, and you can actually spec for either of them. On a demon's enemy, they don't get tired. But when they go into a down state, that allows you to then start comboing them where they will be staggered every time you hit them. So like with the bosses, you can look for triggers that if you hit them at the right time, you can immediately put them into a down state. Then you can hit your spirit animal guy, and then all of a sudden you're charged up. Every hit you're doing is staggering them, and then you can do that for like 20 seconds, and then you're back to dodging and stuff when that wears out. But again, there's just it's really cool between the weapon selection, the stance dancing, which is what we ended up calling it at the end, where you can actually every weapon not only has a different type, but you can have a stance where you hold it high, medium, and low. And then each one of those stances allows you to have different moves that do different things. So the middle stance excels at blocking and things like that. The high stance is for power, and the low stance is generally for like really quick attacks and stuff. So what you can actually do is change stances mid-combo. So you can start in one stance and then hold L trigger square, switch to another stance, start doing stuff there, and you may get different benefits and bonuses by doing that kind of stuff. You also get different bonuses also with this thing called, I think it's called key recovery, to where if you do a whole bunch of
Is that where you hit
combos,
R1?
Yeah, exactly. If you do a whole bunch of combos, your stamina wears out in a red bar, and then it quickly recharges and then disappears. But if you tap R1 at the right time, you'll get a bunch of stamina back. So again, like going back to the whole Dark Souls comparison, this is like Dark Souls with a whole bunch of other mechanics added on top.
Yeah, it seems
which is, I
very-
think, a lot of reason why people are calling it more difficult, because it's no longer just focusing on the enemy. It's like focusing on all these different things going on in combat at once. And if you mess up on any of them, the whole fight can go differently.
Quick question.
So, yeah.
Are there spells, and can I be a wizard?
Not that I saw. The only magic
Out.
the only magic, there is a magic-ish stat, but it has to do with these certain types of things that are similar to weapon enchantments in Dark Souls, where you no longer have to get items to enchant your weapons. That's kind of like magic. So like in my run, I did kind of like a magic, or it kind of like did like a fire magic thing, where every time I died, I could meditate at a shrine and get 2 shots of fire magic to my weapon. So I to be honest, again, this game is big. Oh, and I didn't even talk about the fact this has a Diablo style item system.
Wait, what?
There is blue,
I heard
green,
about that.
gold, and purple weapons. They all have different stats. Every weapon and item and armor you get can have a myriad of different bonuses based on what you get. And also, what's also kind of cool, another random thing to add in here, anytime someone dies, they leave a little collection of their armor. Now, in Dark Souls, you could go up to one of those, you could touch it and see how that person died. Team Ninja completely next leveled it. You can go up to one of these little gravestones, see the equipment that the person wore when he died, and choose to summon that person as an invader. Then if you beat them, you get a random chance of getting some of their equipment.
That's
Wow.
pretty fucking cool.
Wow.
This game just sounds freaking awesome.
It's really cool, but I got to warn you, it's so difficult.
See,
It turns a lot of people off.
the
Like
thing-
it's one of the things where you'll die to the first few enemies and just be like, this is dumb. I saw another streamer do that. I saw him play it for about 30 minutes, and he died to the first 10 enemies like multiple times in different ways, and he said the game is dumb and he quit. And I was just like,
That is the first impression I got when I first picked up Demon Souls. Never played a game like
Exactly.
Picked it up, and I was like, okay, let's play. And I was like, pang, and like the guy blocked, and then it just went whack, 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 and I was dead. I was like,
what the fuck's going on in this game? See, that's the thing is, I think everyone that plays all the Dark Souls, like once you've played a Dark Souls game, you can pretty much take what you learn there and apply it to every other Dark Souls game, and you'll do pretty well in terms of how far you get and how you perform the game. Everything you just said is interesting to me because it's all new systems to learn in a game that's difficult. Like that might actually get me to buy it.
I pretty much said that exact same thing on stream,
Yeah.
JP. I was like, this is like Dark Souls plus.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
It's like everything that got me loving Dark Souls with a bunch of extra shit on top of it. Oh, and I didn't even mention the game's full co-op.
Really?
So at any point, there's like a world map where you choose missions and they give you rewards. And I accidentally summoned myself into another person's game and just popped up in his game, and we were playing together for like 5 minutes until I left.
Oh, wow.
Just having fun.
That's kind of
Was
cool.
it like Dark Souls where when it's co-op, it's dramatically easier?
It did feel that way.
Okay.
It did.
Yeah.
To be honest. And I only played it for 5 minutes in co-op. I don't know if it makes the world harder. I don't know anything about it. I do know that I was getting my own loot and I was killing my own enemies, which was pretty cool. So
That's awesome.
is it now? It's free demo.
The demo.
the demo is completely free, but it closes, whatever the hell that means, tomorrow.
Okay,
So you would have to like download it tonight and I maybe play it tonight. I don't know how they're going to lock the demo out or if they're even going to do that, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
and I got to be honest, it took me a little while to find it on the PS Store. Like it's none of their
Oh,
featured
really?
games. It's not even on their featured demos. Like I had to actually go to the demo section and go to the end section to find it. And I was like, you're going to put a time limit on a demo and you're not even going to put it on your front page? Like
That's kind of shitty.
But
Yeah, the game we're talking about, guys, is Nioh, Nioh. The demo's out, like Ko was just saying now. But when's the actual game come out? Do you know?
I don't. Oh, another small side thing. Bows in the game, huge. Headshots, huge. It's crazy. You can only have 20 arrows, but you can headshot enemies and instant kill them from range. So it's like it's designed so where you could use the bow in tandem with any melee thing. It's really well done. I like it.
I don't like spells. I'll take it.
It doesn't have a release date right now. Wow, this game was originally announced by Koei in 2004. That's kind of crazy.
Also, the lead character is Geralt of Tokyo.
Is there
like-
character customization, or is it just you have one character?
I don't know, to be honest.
I
If
guess
there
the
was,
demo's
I
the
just
demo.
skipped through it. But
Yeah.
all I can tell you is the default character is a gray-haired, ponytailed, scruffy gentleman that looks exactly like Geralt, and I was like immediately at home. I loved it.
Nice. Well, cool. We're kind of showtime. We do have a little bit of news to talk about, so we'll just talk about that. Overwatch open beta seems to be out. I've seen a couple of tweets saying that some certain things are down, but I'm watching people play the Xbox One version right now, so it seems to be doing all right. I guess I'll probably be watching that. I think everyone else will be as well, just monitoring it to see how it goes. Battlefield doesn't even say. I guess Battlefield 5. It just says Battlefield World Premiere is going to be happening on the 6th. I believe it's a stream. It's at 4 o'clock Eastern.
2 days?
Yeah. And did you see that it's also launching with a new NVIDIA GPU? The
Battlefield
announcement is.
5 is?
It says Battlefield 5 will also showcase the NVIDIA Pascal GTX 1080 and GTX 1070.
Oh my.
Whoa.
There's been
They have a
some
release date on 5 yet?
on what?
On Battlefield 5?
I don't think so. I think we'll probably get that. We'll get that this week. This is coming from this website. What is this?
This is that time where people start leaking announcements early to build press before
For
E3,
E3,
happens.
So this is WCCF Tech. They have a bunch of. They have like an actual 1080 right there. So it looks pretty much like a 980 Ti right now, but it's got some weird like cuts in it, which kind of looks different. They have all the specs in there. I'm more interested in the fucking graphics card than I am in Battlefield 5. I got to be 100% honest. But if they're launching it with a new graphics card, I got to think that is going to probably be a gorgeous game. Like just a fucking stunning.
Dude, I love Battlefield 4. I streamed that game for a month straight.
Yeah.
I can't wait for 5.
What was the Hardline? Did you play Hardline at all?
Only a little bit. It didn't really stand out enough for me to really dive into.
I did. It was I played the campaign on that, and it was really stupid.
Yeah.
It was real dumb.
Yeah, a lot of the
Real
mechanics is
dumb.
like you're not really supposed to kill people. You're supposed to try to handcuff them more
Yeah.
than kill them, which is really, really stupid.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh wait, was that the
Cops and robbers
oh,
one.
That was the police themed
the
one.
total ripoff of the other game that's out right now that I can't remember, the Payday. It was like a total Payday.
Oh
ripoff.
yeah, a little bit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, a couple other little bits of news, JP, before we go. Dawn of War 3 trailer announced.
I saw that trailer. Yeah, I
Oh,
was going to
yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah,
Epic trailer.
Oh hell yeah! I finally have an excuse to do a Dawn of War franchise playthrough.
That
Super
trailer
excited for
was
that.
fucking rad.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet?
Nope, haven't even seen it yet. Also, Fallout 4 DLC got a final date of May 19th.
I saw
Awesome. And they released a trailer which showed a ton of new content. And I'm sure I just made 10,075 people's eyes roll when I mentioned Fallout 4 again. Sorry, chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the trailer right now. Looks like Fallout.
And then November 11th, we got the Dishonored 2 release date.
Yeah. Now, where did that... I saw that just happen yesterday. Was that just a date that happened? Was there a trailer or anything that came with it?
Dude, I still have not locked down where it came from.
Okay.
I got an email from Bethesda. It was just a press release.
Oh,
They're
just
like,
a press release. Okay.
releasing November 11th. That was all
Gotcha.
it was.
Respawn Entertainment, known as the company that broke off from Infinity Ward to make Titanfall, it was announced today that they are making a new third-person action-adventure Star Wars game, which is kind of interesting because like we haven't had a new Star Wars game, especially on that level of production, in a very, 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 very long time. So I'm interested to see what that looks like. Hopefully that means that we'll see that at E3. Never know. I gotta expect that we're gonna see something Star Wars game related at E3, like with the fucking machine that is Disney right now and how crazy they are about the Star Wars universe. I would expect to see something there.
EA is going to want to make lots of money off of that IP.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a reason they got that IP, and they're gonna.
They need more money to buy companies and put them under.
Yep.
Yeah. PlanetSide 2, not randomly, but the game that has long been forgotten, had a patch that put in the construction system last week, I believe. I don't think anyone here has checked it out.
I am going to check it out.
I'm kind of interested to see what it is you can build.
Yep. I'm in that same boat. I'm gonna at some point in the near future. I mean, we've got Uncharted 4 around the corner, then Doom, then the Fallout 4 DLC. There's a lot of stuff coming out, but I want to spend some time.
Let me know when that's a game that we could actually use our stream numbers to do well in. So let me know when you play it, and we'll just do like a massive game of just getting all, because you can sign up for free and play with us, and we'll just get a shit ton of people and just go raid some shit. That's the best part of that game. Let me know when you do that.
Sounds fun.
Or just build some things and blow it up. What else is there? The DayZ 0.6 update released to experimental, which also contains the awaited DX11 render. I saw Sacriel trying for hours upon hours. I didn't see his tweet. What does his tweet say?
His tweet basically said that he tried to spend 2 hours getting into a server, and
I saw that.
He said that he would probably be better off just waiting for the next update at this point.
There's no queue time, or there's no queue rather for the service, so you just have to enter over and over. And he was saying that a bunch of it, like I think Moon was able to play, but it's because this is straight from Sacriel, so I don't know how true this is. He was saying, not that, Jesus, that's even worse than what I said.
Because we all know he's a no.
Yeah, because we all know fucking Sacriel's an Englishman.
British, so you know.
He's British. He's one of the vigilantes. He was saying that the only reason Moon could play is because he got a server from Brian Hicks, who's one of the producers on DayZ, to just run around in, and that was kind of boring, so he wasn't doing that. But I'm interested to see. Fucking DayZ is one of those games that I would play if it actually ran well or ran at all on any level. So we'll see what happens with that, I guess, in due time. Let me just scroll down and see if there's any other bit of news. Talked about the Dawn of War 3 thing.
Oh, couple cool new Kickstarters that people may want to check out. And Dan, you probably already looked at the last one. Insomnia. Very cool kind of Fallout inspired RPG. I actually just recently backed that on Kickstarter. It looks very cool. There's a demo available, so people can download and play the demo and check it out. I may actually be streaming the demo in the next few weeks at some point. Nice. Also, Chronicles of Illyria.
I've heard of that. Why have I heard of that?
Because the Kickstarter opened like 2 days ago with a $900,000 goal, and people were laughing at it, and it's $300,000 to its goal now already. It is an MMO that is doing all sorts of things that have never been done before. Your character ages and dies.
Whoa.
Yeah. And there's like all sorts of combat stuff that's also going on. That I immediately backed that one after watching the video as well.
It's at 375 right now.
Are looking very interesting. Yeah.
Crazy.
Definitely worth checking out if you're a Kickstarter person.
Jesus. Stardew Valley crossed the 900K owners mark. I didn't realize that.
Damn.
Good God. Isn't that a $20 game still?
I think so. Good for that guy, dude. Solo developer,
That
900
game
sold.
is very good. He deserves every penny he's getting.
Yeah.
That game, it absorbed me for weeks. Like I was off the map. Yeah.
Yeah. It was 2 weeks ago, but the Xbox 360 is no longer being manufactured anymore. So let's shed a tear for that.
They also officially shut down the servers for City of Heroes. For anyone
What
that
the
may
fuck?
play
Those
the
were still
game.
up?
They were still up, believe it or not.
Wow.
And funny enough, talking about things still being up, DC Online, like the other one,
Yeah.
just got released, I think, on PS4, Xbox One or something, and is in the process of exploding again. Funny
Wow.
enough. And this is like a years old
That's crazy.
game.
That's
I
crazy.
think Daybreak actually is bringing it back or something, but
Interesting.
yeah, talk about a revival.
Yesterday we had the Call of Duty Infinity Ward or War Infinity or something, some fucking weird Call of Duty game.
You
The
know
trailer
it's
was
bad
announced.
when a game that is based on like the next number finally is just like, screw it, Infinity.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
done. We're no more numbers, just Infinity. Can't go more than this. We're done.
It looked like the next Call of Duty game. Well, I'm sure we're going to see more at E3. But the interesting thing is that the rumor of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare remaster was confirmed there at the end of the trailer, and that's happening. They're remastering the entire game. Sucks.
A lot of people really happy about that.
I am, because that was like that game was the call. Like when you say Call of Duty, that's the game I go to. That and Call of Duty 4 of like being fucking awesome. The
Not
thing
Modern
is,
Warfare 2? That's a game I go to.
no.
That's the only Call of Duty that I played consistently over a period of time.
For me, it was just Modern Warfare. The thing is you can't buy that as a standalone game. You have to buy the new Call of Duty in order to get the other one. Which,
That immediately turns it from cool revival to marketing scheme.
yeah, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's like a guy at like an ice cream stand. He's like, "We got a pile of shit. However, if you buy that pile of shit, you get a whole pint of mint chocolate chip ice cream."
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy the pile of shit. Jesus.
Yep.
You can keep it. Just give me the ice cream.
Wow, I didn't see this. There was a post on Eurogamer.net. Sony's PSN is making more money than all of Nintendo right now. That's kind of fucking crazy.
It's not a
PlayStation
high bar.
Sales on it.
Yeah, yeah. PlayStation Network is. Also, this is we're not gonna spend too long on this, but I think it's fucking brilliant of Valve. They're changing the Steam review system to better show what game experiences are like in months and years after the release. So the thing that I saw today is it has like overall reviews and then it has like recent reviews. So if you see a game that like launches, right, and people just fucking bombard it because I don't know, something's wrong with it, then that game will always have like a mixed review, right? But if it gets
I
patched,
see that shit more like every time I go to look for indie games,
yeah.
I look at the reviews and like if the top 3, and I know like this is just like something I got to get over psychologically, but like if the top 3 reviews are like this game sucks because of this bug, yada yada yada.
They're old.
And then you have to look at like the notes that underneath that say like we fixed, like the devs are like, we fixed the bug, we fixed it.
Yeah.
Please play our game, give it another chance.
That's really smart for them to do that. Which is
Good on Steam, man.
cool to see. Is there? I feel like I'm missing some big announcement or some big point of top contention, but I think that's it. I think that's it for the show. So we'll do some show.
We can cover it next week.
Yeah, we got another show next week, so we'll talk about it.
Don't be blue about it, JP.
I
It's
know.
okay.
I don't know why it's blue. I have lights on me too. I don't know why I'm so blue.
I think it's your screen,
You
dude.
gotta
It
adjust
looks
the
like
color temperature. You gotta adjust
it's like the color of a monitor background.
Oh, you think? Yeah, the screens are most of the light in this room. I don't have any lights set up. I just have the lights above me, so
Yep.
it probably is that. I bet you if I had my 2 studio lights there, that would make it. Anyways, I don't know what we're talking about. Let's do some shout outs to get the fuck out of here. Zeke, we'll start with you this time.
All right then. I'm good.
Okay, go. Do it.
What
You're
up,
good.
everybody? I'm Ezekiel III. Most people just call me Zeke. I'm a variety broadcaster. I broadcast most every day. I try to when my internet is working at my new place. at noon Pacific every day. Currently playing some Dark Souls 3. Pick it up and play with it. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube under the same thing, Ezekiel_III. I want to give a huge thank you to Dan's Gaming, one of the icons of the streaming industry. Thank you for coming on the show. Want to give a big shout out to my mom, because I shit on her during the program and I didn't mean to. Mom, I love you.
Everyone should give a shout out to their mom this Sunday.
Thanks to CohhCarnage. And JP, as always, for being here. And I will see you on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Balance of Power. Me, CohhCarnage, Caitlin, and Munition. The light side of the Force is back. Z3K3 will be back in action. And I just want one last thing to say. For our boys! That's it. I'm done.
We should really get you a shirt that just says "For Our Boys" on it. For our boys. That's all it says. We'll put it up. We'll make it.
Oh, also, I'll probably be playing video games after this.
If you want to play Overwatch, I got to talk to Co for like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and then we'll probably play. So.
Well, am I not invited to this conference?
No, you can be. Well,
it's about you, Zeke.
It's about you.
I knew it. You're gonna kick me out of the goddamn show. I fucking knew that was gonna happen. You know what? I've always hated you. And
Zeke, it has nothing to do.
I'm kidding. I was just kidding.
All right. Now that we've muted Zeke, let's go ahead and just bring. All right, you're unmuted, Zeke. I'm sorry, that was rude. Co, do some shout outs.
Okay. Hi, I'm Co. Thank you guys for watching. I'm a daily streamer over at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage, currently playing Doom 3 of all things. I have not played it before, working through Doom 3 in anticipation of the new Doom. Also have Uncharted 4 coming down the pipeline, the Fallout 4 DLC, the new Doom, all sorts of fun stuff. Would love for you to stop by. Also, I am on Balance of Power with my buddy Zeke this Saturday. Cannot wait to continue that. Can we get some Team Rebel in chat, please? JP subs. Also, huge thank you to JP and Zeke. As always, a blast on the show. And a huge thank you to Dan.
The power of the Force told me to mute Co right there. Co, you're on mute. Go ahead.
Rebel scum.
How do I hang up on Zoom? Anyway, big thank you to Dan. Thank you, Dan, for being here. It's been absolutely awesome having you here. As always, a thanks to Zeke and JP. It's been a lot of fun. So hope to see you on the channel. I'll be live tomorrow, as I am every single day at 8 a.m. EDT. And thank you for watching, guys, as always.
There you go. Last but not least, Dan, thank you so much for coming on. Do some shout outs, sir.
Hi, I'm Dan's Gaming. I'm a variety streamer. I stream on twitch.tv/Dan's Gaming. Dan's Gaming is my everything for me, Twitter, YouTube. I'm currently playing, I was currently playing Prison Architect, but starting tomorrow, I'll be playing the original Doom and the original Doom 2 and prep for Doom next week. Next week, I'll be playing Uncharted 4 and the new Doom. Thank you to Co and Zeke and JP for having me on the show. It's been a blast. You guys are awesome, and I've been wanting to be on this podcast for a long time, and I'm glad it's finally happened. Thanks for having me, and I love you all.
There you go. Dan, you're going to be streaming tonight? You might have said that, but I was reading something else.
Probably not. It's a little...
Okay, gotcha. So I think me and Zeke will be live in just... When are you getting on, Zeke?
Whenever you're ready, brother.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be live in probably like 10 or 15 minutes, so we'll do that.
Only watch with you.
There you go. All right, we're out, guys. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
I will see you guys later.
Go peace out on your Vive.
Woo!
Co's out.
All right, don't have an accident, because one guy caught jerking off.
What? Really? That was
What?
the thing?
Yeah, some dude just recently got jerking off on his channel.
What?
Oh, shit.
Dude, I never heard of. He had show will start soon, but he didn't have a background, so it said show will start soon. And behind it, he's just pounding off.
Did it say start soon or coming soon?
It's terrible.
How do you let that happen? How does that happen? We'll be back next week for more stupid shit. We'll see you guys then at the new time of 5 o'clock Eastern here for Draft Frames. We're out. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.